Dreaming of a better sleep? Tossing and turning is not your destiny. And Ollie is here to help. Ollie invites you to sink into sweet, sweet slumber to improve your mental and physical health and overall wellness. More than just melatonin, Ollie's ingredients help you unwind your mind for a delightfully dreamy drift off. Sleep is on the way at Ollie.com. That's OLLY.com.
Does Monday at the office feel like a storm? Not with Microsoft Copilot. That feeling when Copilot gets everyone up to speed instantly? It's sunny again. When Copilot simplifies complex data so your teams can act, that sun's shining on a beach. And when Copilot uncovers hidden insights, you're on that beach with your people, and you find buried treasure. That's Microsoft Copilot. Learn more at Microsoft.com/AI for all.
This is Optimal Health Daily, episode 2485. 5 Kinds of Junk Foods Disguised as Health Foods by Lea Genders of leagendersfitness.com. And I'm Dr. Neil, your very own host and narrator. Welcome back to Optimal Health Daily, where I read to you from some of the most popular health and fitness blogs out there, with permission from the websites, of course, and always with a bit of my commentary at the end. So with that, let's get right to today's post as we optimize your life. 5 Kinds of Junk Foods Disguised as Health Foods by Lea Genders of leagendersfitness.com. One of the most challenging parts of living a healthy lifestyle is sorting through all the information and misinformation out there. Some say the magic formula for successful weight loss is to exercise regularly and eat healthy foods in a calorie deficit. But what exactly does eat healthy foods mean? It can be confusing with all the mixed messages and misleading food marketing labels. The most important thing to understand is that food marketing labels are sometimes intentionally deceiving. Many foods are marketed as healthy choices when in reality, they are quite the opposite. This isn't intended to be a post about what you should or should not eat. Each person needs to make those choices for themselves, possibly under the direction of their doctor or registered dietitian. This is a post about being aware of what you are eating so that you can make the best decisions for yourself, your health, your family, based on reality and not on misleading food packaging marketing. 5 Kinds of Junk Foods Disguised as Health Foods. 1. Yogurt. Yogurt is one of the worst offenders of misleading marketing, often advertised as a diet food. Most flavored yogurts are very high in sugar and often have artificial sweeteners and high-fructose corn syrup. They can have as much sugar as a cup of ice cream, but people eat them and think they are making a good choice for their body. Try buying plain Greek yogurt, which is higher in protein and lower in sugar than traditional yogurt, and then add fresh fruit or berries for flavor. If it's not as sweet as the yogurt you're used to, it's because it has a lot less sugar. 2. Protein bars. Protein bars are often advertised in health and fitness magazines by models with six-pack abs. Everyone knows protein is important for building and maintaining muscle, right? Right. But a lot of these packaged protein bars are nothing more than glorified candy bars with added protein. Check the ingredients list, sugar content, and calorie content. They are often high in calories, sugar, and are highly processed. I think they're okay in moderation, but generally should not be consumed as a health food. I enjoy some protein bars, but consider them an occasional treat, not a healthy staple. Try to get most of your protein from whole food sources like lean meats, beans, nuts, and leafy greens. 3. Frozen diet dinners. Frozen diet dinners are often too high in sodium and processed ingredients and too low in nutrients to be considered a healthy food, but with labels like Healthy Choice and Weight Watchers, we can be misled into thinking they are a good choice for our body. 4. Fat-free foods. Let me let you in on a little secret. If the food label boasts claims of fat-free or low fat, it's often a red flag that the food is not healthy at all. You see, they take out the fat, but then add more sugar and processed ingredients so it still tastes good. Read the nutrition facts label and the ingredients to be sure what you're eating. Our bodies need healthy fats. reducing intake of healthy fats does not necessarily equate to reduced body fat. You need a healthy balance of protein, carbs, and fat in your diet. And 5, organic, gluten-free, or low-carb packaged foods. Watch out for buzzwords on packaged foods like organic, gluten-free, and low-carb. While natural foods that are organic, gluten-free, and low-carb are obviously just fine, processed foods with these labels are not any healthier than their counterparts. Organic junk foods are not any better for you than regular junk food. A gluten-free cupcake is still a processed, low-nutrient food. Low-carb cookies are still cookies. When it comes to packaged foods, these types of labels are generally marketing labels designed to mislead you. Obviously, if you have celiac disease or a gluten intolerance, a gluten-free label is helpful. But for the rest of the population, it doesn't mean much in terms of the health status of a food. Honorable mentions of junk foods disguised as health foods are processed meats, veggie chips, sports drinks, and cereal. Most of these have either too much added sugar or sodium to be considered healthy. Always look for the most natural alternative. I encourage you to ignore package marketing altogether. Read the nutrition label. Take note of the calories per serving and number of servings in the package. Pay attention to the sugar content per serving, and most importantly, the ingredients list. It's always okay to enjoy an occasional treat. It's actually healthy for us to have a balanced approach to nutrition. No one can eat 100% perfectly all the time. The idea is to learn to decipher between health foods and so-called junk foods so that you don't eat junk food that you think is healthy. Eat healthful foods from nature most of the time, and when you want to enjoy an indulgent treat, do it with your eyes open. You just listened to the post titled 5 Kinds of Junk Foods Disguised as Health Foods by Lea Genders of leagendersfitness.com, and I'll be right back with my commentary. We're driven by the search for better, but when it comes to hiring, the best way to search for a candidate isn't to search at all. Don't search, match with Indeed. Indeed is your matching and hiring platform with over 350 million global monthly visitors and a matching engine that helps you find quality candidates fast. Ditch the busy work. Use Indeed for scheduling, screening, and messaging. 93% of employers agree Indeed delivers the highest quality matches compared to other job sites. One of the things I love about Indeed is that it filters out incompatible applicants. So when you're hiring, the process is much faster, and you only have to consider applicants that are already likely to be a great fit. And listeners of this show will get a $75 sponsored job credit to get your jobs more visibility at Indeed.com/health. Just go to Indeed.com/health right now and support our show by saying you heard about Indeed on this podcast. Indeed.com/health. Terms and conditions apply. Need to hire? You need Indeed.
How do you feel great on vacation? Like really good? Easy. You go to Aruba. You'll spend your time relaxing on cool white sand beaches and floating in healing blue water. You'll immerse yourself in natural wonder and find your center on an island where things move at your speed. You won't just feel great, you'll feel relaxed, renewed, and ready for life. That's the Aruba effect. Plan your trip at Aruba.com.
Dr. Neal here for my commentary. Lea recommended ignoring the marketing found on the packaging of foods, and Lea's absolutely right. I'll give you an example of how front-of-label packaging can be misleading. We've probably heard that trans fats should be avoided. This is because these specific types of fats are harmful to the body. In fact, they've been shown to increase our risk for specific diseases like cancer, dementia, and even heart disease. Now, trans fats have been banned in the US because we don't know how much trans fat is too much to get in a day. But some products still have them. In fact, snack foods may still have some trans fat in them. So, let's say you're walking down the grocery store aisle trying to find some nutritious snacks. On the front of the packaging, a particular brand of snack food you see in big bright letters claims 0 grams of trans fat. But if we were to look a little more carefully and look at the nutrition facts label, we might learn that the product still has some trans fat in it. How is that possible? In fact, the nutrition facts label may say 0 grams of trans fat per serving, but take a look at the ingredients list. Look for the words partially hydrogenated on the list. If you see those words, partially hydrogenated, guess what? The food still has some trans fat in it. How is that possible? How is it possible that a food can still have trans fat, but the nutrition facts label says 0 grams per serving, and the company can market their product as such? It's because nutrition labeling laws in the US allow for companies to say their product has 0 grams of trans fat if it has 0.5 gram of trans fat per serving or less. So yes, ignore front of the label packaging and take a look at the nutrition facts and the ingredients list. After all, today's author Lea said the ingredients list may be one of the most important pieces of information on a food package. All right, that'll do it for today. Thank you so much for listening. Thank you for being a subscriber or follower of the show. Have a great rest of your day. And of course, I'll see you back here tomorrow where your optimal life awaits.